rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Auntie Kerry Kenton, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country. Auntie Kerry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO.
Thank you, Auntie Kerry, for that lovely welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you, each and every one of you, for joining our celebration this morning. I also want to thank those of you who have brought your children, because I think that's very important. And I especially want to thank those of you who have brought tiny tots and indeed babes in arms, because that's important too. A graduation ceremony is a celebration, and every celebration is enhanced by the presence and the sounds of children. So please don't get worried if your baby starts to cry, and don't think that you have to take it outside. You don't. We will not mind at all. And a graduation ceremony goes for a fair while. When I was little, I couldn't stay still for that length of time. I don't expect your children will either, so they are free to run about. And by the way, it's a good sign when babies cry and kids make a noise during a graduation ceremony, because when they do, we know from long experience that it means that they'll be back within 25 years to take out their first PhD. So we encourage them to do what children do. Well, now, it's my very great pleasure and privilege as Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony today. First, I welcome all of our graduands, and I hope that this will be a very happy and a very memorable occasion for all of you, because you deserve to take pride, great pride, in your graduation today. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, you need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. By the way, you will only enjoy the day if you relax. Some of you look relaxed, some of you look so nervous that you'd think you were going into the examination room rather than being here to pick up your degree. Nothing can go wrong today. One of the worst things in the exam is this falls off. That's okay. We pick it up and plonk it back on your head. Occasionally, young ladies in very high heels trip and fall over. That's fine too. That's why all these very highly paid people are here, to pick you up and send you on your way. So don't worry about a thing, just enjoy the day. Today I also want to welcome, and especially welcome, those of you who are sitting on that side of the room or behind our graduands as their invited guests. Because if you think about it for a moment, this is your celebration as well. The very fact that you're here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. So congratulations and thank you for celebrating today with us. And I don't want you to think either that observing today's graduation is the end of your role. I have another important service for you to perform for our newest graduates, as they'll soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our graduands are too self-effacing to proclaim their own success, you make sure that you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today, and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Now, of course, Macquarie is not one of them. We're a very young university, only 51 years old. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Those of us who went to school in New South Wales were taught that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. His greatest legacy was the ethos he established, much to the annoyance of the British authorities, of an egalitarian society, because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is a legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. After our first 51 years, we now have more than 167,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 142 countries. In fact, by the end of this week, with 2 weeks of graduations under our belt, we'll probably have more than 170,000 Macquarie graduates. Macquarie is a very modern and a very outward-looking university. From our beginnings, we have defied the traditional boundaries of academia. We have pioneered and continue to pioneer learning and teaching approaches that challenge conventions and shift thinking. Our students play a major role in their own learning and are empowered to guide what and how they learn. We're also research pioneers. Our framework for the future, world-leading research with world-changing impact, is brought to life by renowned researchers whose bold and innovative solutions to issues of global significance greatly benefit the world we live in. We've also been investing heavily in new facilities. On your way here today, you may have seen our Macquarie University Hospital, which is only a few years old. The hospital forms part of a very exciting medical enterprise, which will become Australia's first fully integrated academic health sciences centre under the leadership of a university. And it really is a fabulous hospital. I can attest to that personally. 2 years ago, I was a patient there for 3 days, and I can assure you that the standard of care is absolutely first class, especially if you're the Chancellor. So I recommend it to you. Other outstanding facilities include the Australian Hearing Hub, a world-leading institute in hearing and language sciences, a state-of-the-art media centre, a newly launched simulation hub for teaching and research in cutting-edge science labs. So we're looking forward and we're on the move. Here at Macquarie, we have a very clear and a very straightforward mission, and that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Now, graduands and ladies and gentlemen, it's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Mr. James Solomons. Mr. Solomons is a passionate accountant with over 15 years' experience in public practice. He is a thought leader in the accounting industry and a sought-after speaker, writer and industry advocate. His area of expertise focuses on the technological revolution taking place and the role of accountants in the new digital landscape. As Head of Accounting for Xero in Australia, he is responsible for providing a clear vision and positive guidance to accountants to help them leverage the opportunity digital disruption has created in the accounting profession. James is also Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Aptus Accounting and Advisory, a firm focused on supporting businesses at every stage of their journey, from start-up right through to sale, acquisition or initial public offerings. He's the Treasurer of Kids West, a registered children's charity, a life member and Treasurer of the Redbacks Football Club, and a board member of the Sydney High School Old Boys Union. Mr Solomons is a guest lecturer at Macquarie and also an industry partner and mentor as part of Macquarie's PACE program. I now invite Mr James Solomon to deliver the occasional address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr Solomons.
Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduands and their families and friends. First, I'd like to begin by thanking the University for inviting me here today to deliver the occasional address, and also thank you to all of you for allowing me part of such an awesome day in your lives. It really is an honour and a privilege. Now, today's the day to look back at the hard work and sacrifices you have made as you've completed your degree here at Macquarie, and to celebrate your achievement. And make sure that when you come up on stage that you steal a few moments to look out upon your fellow classmates and really take in the significance of what you've achieved. Now, Chancellor, you actually stole part of my speech today, because many of you have actually undertaken many tests in your lives, and so there's only one test for today. And so remember to, in this order, tip your academic cap after your name is called, walk directly to the Chancellor with your very valuable piece of paper showing outwards, especially if you have a difficult name to pronounce. And then after you shake your hands with the Chancellor, that you look forward and smile for the camera. Then walk past the Chancellor to the other side of the stage, down the stairs and then back to your seat. It seems quite simple, doesn't it? But under the spotlight, it is easy for someone to get it all wrong. So don't be that person, no pressure, don't be that guy or girl who provides the light entertainment for the day, because you always remember that one person. Now, today's actually the second time that I've had the honour to deliver the occasional address, and let me tell you, I'm more nervous today than I was 12 months ago. Why, you might ask? Well, my challenge is to entertain, inspire and motivate, and speaking about 15 years of preparing tax returns and preparing sets of accounts and counting beans isn't really that interesting, especially not for marketing and media grads, and especially not for commerce graduates who want to move into the new world of accounting. But I love a challenge, and it probably helps that I'm not just an accountant, I'm a bit of an entrepreneur and innovator as well. In actual fact, I was thinking about the last time I wore a suit and tie, and it was at this very lectern 12 months ago, and it has got a little bit tighter. Anyway, enough of my light-hearted humour, but I am going to ask anyone in the front row to help me out, and if I get a bit boring, please just a bit of a fake yawn, and I'll move on and liven it up a bit. Now, I graduated from this hall 12 years ago, and the difference between now and then is really quite astonishing. Personally, I've never been one to talk about specific events in my lives, so what I'm going to do today is share with you my learnings from my career to date and the principles I've followed, and let you apply them to your own situations. Now, probably, and actually certainly, the most important tip I can give to you is to always think about the user experience. People really don't remember what you did for them, and quite often they don't remember what you charged them, but they always remember how you made them feel. Customers, suppliers, bosses, employees, colleagues, it makes no difference. When you deal with somebody, if you ensure that your experience with dealing with them is top-notch, they'll always seek the opportunity to work with you again. Even as I prepared to talk today, I tried to put myself in your shoes, so I didn't just pick up last year's speech and bring it out today. I changed it. I was thinking about your experiences listening to me talk, questioning myself, writing and rewriting sections. Will it be boring? Will they find me funny? You have laughed a few times, so that's good. Will they come away confused, or will they walk away pumped for the future? Will they like me? Because one day one of you could be my boss. Now, you have to have passion for what you do. It sounds really simple, but if you love what you do, putting in the hard yards is really so easy. If you're passionate, you can get into the office early, work those extra hours and pull out the laptop on a weekend to get that task completed. Without passion, you'll not be able to deliver a great experience to your clients. Throughout my career, I've always worked hard, but over the last 18 months, I've never worked harder in my life. It's not because I have to, it's not because I want to, but it's because I really do love what I do. I get out of bed every morning thinking about who I can help today, and it's a pretty powerful motivation knowing that I can help make a difference. Try explaining that to my wife, who is constantly challenging me about why I work so much, and I simply reply, because I love it. I'm sure she thinks I'm a weirdo. But I'm sure many thought Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs were weird because they wear the same clothes every day, but there really is method to their madness. See, I have a plan. So don't be afraid to dream big. and more importantly, don't let others say you can't achieve something if you think you can. If you want something, go and get it. You alone can be your biggest enemy, but you can also be your greatest ally. Make sure you get out your pen and paper and write down those big dreams, and then write down all the little goals that you need to achieve along the way to get to those big ones. When you write them down and join the dots, they remain in your subconscious, and whilst you may not think of them, they are there in the back of your mind, keeping you on track. I've been writing down my goals since I started my career, and I update them all the time, because they really are a powerful process to keep you on track. You need to constantly reevaluate yourself and challenge your own status quo. If you start to feel comfortable in your role, then you're probably getting lazy. This means you need to embrace the concept of continuous learning. And it's not just about obtaining a certain amount of hours needed each year to keep a qualification, it's about constantly improving your skills so that you can exceed expectations every time. Over the past 18 months, since I've made some massive changes in my professional career, I've learned so much from being able to take myself out of my comfort zone. And that's what I challenge to you. Always take yourself out of your comfort zone. No different to studying. You know that exam, you've got to push hard. But my latest idea and role is going to challenge me yet again, but I already know that the skills I'll develop will be great for me in the future. Now, don't be afraid to chase an opportunity. A famous business person that you may have heard of, Richard Branson, everyone heard of Richard? Yeah, good. Has a great saying. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. I guess you could say I live my life like that, but I'm definitely not a thrill seeker or a risky person. Remember, I'm a trained chartered accountant, but I'll always grab an opportunity if it presents itself. So putting that into context, it means you need to trust your instincts. If you know deep down you can do that job, but it will just require some extra effort learning a new skill, then say yes and go and make it happen. Unfortunately, we can't wait for hindsight when making decisions. So remember, some opportunities may only come once in a lifetime. So you have to have the courage to chase your dreams. Recent experiences for me continue to prove that that is the case. Now, technology is my passion, but I do not know how to write one line of code. I just love finding awesome ways to use technology to improve stuff and make life better. There is no doubt that technology is touching almost every part of our lives. Many will try to fight it, but the best advice I can give is don't fight the inevitable. You need to embrace technology and understand where it can add significant value to you in your working life and actually be in control of its impact. Gone are the big fat corporate budgets of the past. The rules of business today demands efficiency with no reduction in quality, or in simple terms, get stuff done faster with better results. In the marketing world, so for our marketing and media grads today, I know for a fact that budgets are being slashed, yet the expectations are increasing. Businesses want their brands out in front in the market, yet are not willing to spend more, and they're demanding better returns on their marketing ROI. In accounting and finance, it's no different. Businesses are demanding real-time intelligence across their financial information so they can make informed decisions, yet they are not willing to spend more on human capital to build this data set. So technology really is the key to achieving these desired outcomes, and so your challenge as the next generation of graduates is to use your youthful advantage, that is, having grown up with technology, to help businesses leverage it to their benefit. If you answer that call, you'll soon become a sought-after professional. People often ask me how I fit in all my current roles, both business and personal, and the answer is quite simply, I let technology do the heavy lifting. I let it tell me who I need to speak to today and for what reason. Then I let my personal skills do the rest. And so that's the important part of this technology equation, understanding where the personal relationship is still a required part of the transaction. Because as we begin to use technology more and more, the human interaction component of the equation becomes increasingly important to meet the desired outcome. Again, this comes back to the importance of the user experience. Now, our greatest learnings come from working with and observing others. Surrounding yourself with awesome people can add so much value to you as an individual. As I said before, I've learned so much in the last 18 months, and most of it has come down with working with some true leaders, although many of them do not hold an actual title in real life. And my latest opportunity and decision to pursue it has primarily come down to being able to work with some really great people who are building something very cool that I would love to be part of. And also never forget the importance of family and friends, many of whom will be here today, when you need to make big decisions. It's this support network of family and friends and colleagues that is a key component of a successful career. And whenever you listen to somebody that is a successful individual talk about their own critical success factors, this is repeated time and time again as one of their top 5. So in closing, I just wanted to share with you my beliefs on the importance of giving back. As you focus on building your career, don't fall into the trap that many do of waiting till you have made it before you start. Part of your career development must be about doing something where there is no expectation of return or on your behalf. I can tell you that worthy charities in Sydney alone crave expertise in two key areas. How do they manage their finances, and how do they tell the world of the great work they do? Imagine if every single one of you here today that's graduating contacted a local charity and gave them 2 hours of your time every month for the next 5 years over the next period to help them in those areas. So what's that? It's 2 times 12 times 5. It's about 120 hours across 170 odd graduates. So about 20 odd thousand hours. That's an enormous amount of time. Can you imagine if every graduating student in Sydney in these few months did the same thing? That's an enormous amount of hours that can make a real difference. It can make a difference not only to the charity itself, but also to the people that need those charities and to society as a whole. Because as individuals, we can also always have a big impact, but as a collective, we can really move mountains. And don't forget our great university. As you become alumni of Macquarie today, the students and graduates of tomorrow can benefit so much from you being involved with them. For me, being involved in the PACE program has been so rewarding, and I've always been happy to assist the next generation because, as I said before, one day, one of them will probably be my boss. So thank you again to the university for giving me this humbling opportunity to address you today. It's been a real privilege. I hope that you've been able to take away even just one piece of advice that will help you along your own journeys. Congratulations to all of you, and I wish each and every one of you success in your future careers and lives as proud alumni of Macquarie University. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Well, thank you, James, for a great occasional address. I knew it would be good because, as James mentioned, he gave an occasional address here 12 months ago. There's some very good advice in his speech today. One thing in particular that I think you ought to remember if you can, and that is if someone presents you with an opportunity and you don't know how you will do it, say yes anyway and then learn how to do it. In fact, it occurred to me that that's how Sydney came to be the home to the greatest building built in the 20th century, the Sydney Opera House. When Jørn Utzon submitted his bid to build or design the Sydney Opera House, all he had was some sketches. Didn't know how it was to be built, had to find out after he won the bid. And thank heavens he had the confidence to accept the winning bid and proceed to design and build the Opera House. So keep that in mind. I'm sure you'll agree with me that we've been very fortunate today to have James give the occasional address. I think he deserves another great round of applause. Well, graduands, I mentioned earlier that there's nothing for you to feel nervous about today. We now come to the key part of the ceremony, which is the conferring of degrees, and it's the one part of the ceremony that makes me a little bit nervous, because I was told by one of the best legal minds in the country some years ago that if I conferred a degree on someone who wasn't entitled to receive it, there was nothing I could do to take it back. So I have to make sure, absolutely sure, that everyone today is qualified to graduate, and to assure myself of that, I need an assurance from the acting registrar, Kim Gurin over there, that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment, and none of you never missed a class. Kim, can you give me that guarantee, please?
Chancellor, I certify that all of the graduates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees and the diplomas they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission for degrees or diplomas please stand?
Graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees and diplomas for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and one of the largest in Australia. A broad range of programs in some of the most exciting and topical areas of business and economics are offered, and they continue to be in high demand domestically and internationally. Our graduates have recorded employment levels and starting salaries well above the average of all Australian business schools. Research in this faculty is cutting edge and innovative and feeds into teaching, ensuring our students have the best possible learning experience. This faculty includes research and study areas in accounting, actuarial studies, applied finance, economics, management and marketing. Chancellor, I now call on Professor Kevin Jamieson, the Interim Executive Director of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates. Professor Jamieson.
Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Madeline Ferguson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, James Anthony Deere. Michael Edwards. Morgan Evans. Melinda Ewington. Vidal Raynel Fakun. Juan Feng. Jia Ying Feng. Jingyi Feng. Mohammed Zahid Faham. Li Feng. David William Nicholas Fogel. Vanessa Fu. Nicholas Ian Forbes. Anthony William Fotopoulos. Scott Ryan Frappel. Max Llewellyn Freeman. Luke Friedman. Daniel David Oakley Fife. Amelia Gagliardi. Aji Galang. Barsbold Gunbat. Jack Georges. Diana Janulis. Roger Gonzalez. Sorry, my apologies. Jack Edward Gibbon. Roger Gonzalez. Claire Gould. Joshua Grave. Yuxuan Gu. Adrian Kevin Guevara. Daniel Gunek. Stephanie Patricia Guzvich. Jiwon Ha. Shabab Habib. Matthew John Hall. David John Hansen. Joshua Harrison. James Campbell Hayward. Andy He. Xiao Keng He. Lara Renee Ann Perlman. Kan Lin Ho. Vanessa Huang. Julia Hoban. Sarah Christina Jane Holmberg. Rhiannon Ying Homer. Andrew Hong. Natalie Riskovska. Zhefeng Hu. Junxiang Huang. Lu Chun Huang. Chun Ying Huang. Yi Yuan Huang. Jae-min Ha. T. Mai Ling Huynh. Syed Mashroor Haider. Man Kit Leong. Gianpaolo Isip. Justin Isip. Ashley Alice Jack. Matthew Paul Jackson. Darian Jacob. Luke Yeshankowski. Binjia. Changtian Jin. Katrina Jones. Nikolia Jovanovic. Zhejian Zhu. Dahan Jung. So Young Jung. Zena Kanan. Hyun Mo Kang. Jaspreet Kaur. Navdeep Kaur. Sania Kayani. Rustram Kaidbev. Sandy Kushaba. Amanda Curry. Won Hee Kim. Emmanuel Kuros. Stephen Kuzanitis. Yeng Chok Kwan. Ramya Kulasingham. Jody Kumar. Jesslyn Stephanie Suputra. Matthew Yu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Shajia Dwan. Mustafa El-Kholi. Hani El-Kuzi. Lee Espiritu. Kana Echi. Mingyi Fan. Zheng Fan. Jadson Feng. Shifeng. Candice Ferreira. Danielle Fish. Matthew Justin French. Ka Wei Fung. Lennon Gauchen. Josen Gwilla. Anastasia Hadisatputro. Ratana Huck. Nicoletta Hartley. Henry L.B. Herr. William Herr. Julian Herrera Bajeda. Rongying Huang. Zheying Huang. Taylor Hulls. Jiahao Huo. Dilara Imam. Ishraq Imrozi. Jaislene Cow. Hyung Min Jeong. Zhechen Jiang. Jianyan Zhao. Tianjin. Yangjing. Longju. Daniel Juna. Costas Campbell-Orgu. Vishal Kapoor. Tiana Kayanyan. Niharika Carroll. Bo Hyun Kim. Hye-jin Kim. Pei Wen Ko. Sun Shue Kong. Wei Wei Kong. Rongpu Kwang. Min Jung Kwon. Chen Shi Liao. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Marketing and Media. Brendan Atkins. Samantha Bailey. Jacqueline Leela Bennett. Madeline Helena Berry. Renata Bisgard. Clarinda Weifong Chun. Kate Alyssa Crowley. Matthew Rory Devon. Chloe De Rosario. Ellen Grace Feltshire. Bray Fisher. Nikita Ganatra. Monique George. Emma Jane Goodyear. Tara Gorgie. Meta Jorgensen. C. Wing Denise Leung. James Manning. Georgia Marshall. John Nguyen. Emily Jane O'Brien. Thomas James O'Connor. Rochelle Oribello. Kendall Reshma Palgat. Asika Ram. Katie Anna Rooney. Yenfei Tan. Sophie Chantal Tilley. Christy Wales. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Khaled Ahmed Al-Maiman for a thesis entitled Using Best Worst Scaling Choice Experiment to Investigate Sports Sponsorship's Impact on Fans' Purchase Intentions. Sharuni Nishara de Alvis for a thesis entitled Occupational Attainment Patterns and Within-Group Diversity of the 10 Largest Asian Birthplace Groups in Australia. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Bronwyn Harrison for a thesis entitled Winning a Career Award, the Impact of Winning an Award on Career Success. Dr. Susan Elizabeth Stewart Lone for a thesis entitled The Co-Creation of Consumer Value Within Online Health Communities. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Chancellor, I call on Emma Goodyear, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Marketing and Media, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms. Goodyear.
Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests. It is an honour to stand before you and speak on behalf of my fellow graduates. Today we celebrate an immense achievement, one which involved many sacrifices, one which was mentally, physically and financially draining. There were extremely late nights and early mornings, last-minute group meetings, USB sticks that magically stopped working the minute you needed them, assignments where no one was really sure if they were doing it right, and of course competing for a car park on campus anytime after 10 a.m. We are all relieved and grateful it is over. We now have a degree, and we have earned ourselves the right to celebrate, the right to relax, the right to take an extravagant holiday, and the right to party hard, even if Sydney wants to lock us out after 1 a.m. Fear not, we are well aware of what lies before us. It's more hard work, longer days, and even more stressful tasks. But we now look forward to the hard parts because we understand how rewarding they can be. It was challenging walking into a class, not knowing anyone and having to select the people you were going to work with all semester. But it was worthwhile to meet new friends, learn from each other, and share ideas and share drinks at U-Bar. It was tough studying topics that we believed to be irrelevant to our futures. But it was interesting to find out about statistics, and we are thrilled we made it past that point. It was hard sacrificing time with family and friends in order to expand our knowledge base and give ourselves the best possible chance for our futures. But it was great to see how much they want us to succeed, and now we get to show them why it was all worth it. An idol of mine, Tim Minchin, once said, "Understanding that you can't truly take credit for your successes, nor truly blame others for their failures, will humble you." I am sure all graduates feel extremely humbled by the support of the dedicated uni staff, our families, our friends and our peers, We thank you so much for helping us through our degrees. Your home-cooked meals, your patience and understanding, and above all, believing in us mean everything to us. Just some quick personal thank yous. As a marketing and media graduate, Professor Lawrence Ang and Dr. Ray Welling, you have made a lasting impact on our lives. Thank you for guiding us. We hope to one day be as successful as you. Thank you for sharing your passion with us, for inspiring us, and for being our friend. To my parents, thank you for giving me the courage to know that I could complete this degree, and for providing food, water, and lots of caffeine every time I was up till 2 a.m. with my eyes glued to my laptop. To my other half, Josh, thank you for always encouraging me, believing me, and proofreading everything, including this speech. I would not be standing here today without you. To my fellow marketing and media graduates, I've loved sharing this journey with you. I've never met a more inspiring group of people full of ideas with drive to be the best. It was awesome sharing a classroom with you all, and I hope we get to work together in the future. We are all extremely privileged to graduate from Macquarie University today. It is a fantastic modern educational hub, set apart by the staff and students from varied backgrounds with different worldviews that we can all appreciate and learn from. Plus, it's a pretty good-looking campus. It conveniently has its own boost juice and is next to a really large shopping centre. We had it pretty good. Coming from the Faculty of Business and Economics, we are lucky. Lucky that our passion lies where there is a demand for jobs, despite the growing rate of job cuts and unemployment. In a constantly connected, technology-dependent, fast-paced, complex world, I can't imagine a better time to be a business graduate. If there is one thing we should all take away from finishing a degree in 2016, it is that we should never stop learning. We have more information available to us in our pocket now than world leaders had at their fingertips 20 years ago. We are extremely privileged to have access to an education which has allowed us to develop curious minds. We shouldn't take it for granted or waste it. I wish everyone here the most successful and fun future that they could possibly imagine. I hope that your hard work continues to pay off. Thank you.
Well done, Emma, and congratulations too on your Bachelor of Marketing and Media degree. I think it sounds to me as though you've got a very big future ahead of you, and I do hope that you stay in touch with Macquarie and also with many of your fellow students. I think Emma deserves another great round of applause. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? That glorious voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to the incomparable Angela Brewer. And by the way, you were very lucky that Angela was singing this morning. There was a chance earlier that she might not make it today. And if that had been the case, I was going to do the singing. Would you like to hear Angela sing some more? Would you? Okay. Hold your horses. All you've got to do is enrol in another degree, and I'll make sure she's singing at your next graduation. She deserves another great round of applause. And so too do our fabulous musicians, Dr. James Forsyth on the organ, and Melanie McLaughlin on the trumpet. And sitting near James and Melanie are some other very special people. They're our alumni, and also some over here. They're our alumni volunteers who give up their time and come along to our graduations to make sure everything runs smoothly at your graduation. They deserve a great round of applause. Well, graduates and ladies and gentlemen, as part of this graduation ceremony, we honour a staff member from the Faculty of Business and Economics who has been awarded the Australian Office for Learning and Teaching citation for outstanding contribution to student learning 2015. I now call upon Professor Sherman Young, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Learning and Teaching, to read the citation. Professor Young.
Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Eric Ludmark to stand. Dr. Eric Ludmark is a 2015 winner of the Vice-Chancellor's Citation for Outstanding Contribution to Student Learning, for enriching the learning environment by harnessing student diversity and providing students with a genuine voice through inclusive, experiential and engaging teaching practices in management. Dr. Ludmark is a senior lecturer at Macquarie University. He has taught in the area of management and organisation studies since 2007, including lecturing in organisational behaviour, general and strategic management and leadership. Through teaching a variety of management-related subjects at undergraduate and postgraduate levels in Australia and in Sweden, he has developed an understanding of the dynamics of different learning contexts. Dr. Ludmark holds a PhD in management, a Master of Science in Industrial Engineering, and has complementary training in theatre, psychology, and military leadership. Prior to his academic career, he has worked as a manager and consultant in the IT sector. Dr. Ludmark has worked with a variety of organisations, from small and entrepreneurial firms to large multinational companies, as well as government and not-for-profit organisations. His research focuses on entrepreneurship and the emergence of organisations. Chancellor, I present to you a truly worthy recipient of the Vice-Chancellor's Citation for Outstanding Contribution to Student Learning, Dr. Eric Ludmark from the Department of Marketing and Management.
Now, I'm sure many of you afterwards are going to ask me why Eric was dressed in top hat and tails, and that's because it's the academic dress of how do you pronounce it? Linköping University in Sweden. We're very fortunate that he's come all the way from Sweden to work here at Macquarie. Congratulations. but we've got no intention of changing our form of academic dress, so relax. Well, now, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it's certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of 167,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And please make sure you come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study, to attend alumni events, use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even, if the mood takes you, to come back with your family and friends to enjoy a picnic by the lake. Well, graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world, and you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either, because almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you've enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Graduates, I hope also that you'll always remember the people who helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a couple of things. Graduates, would you now please stand? Now I'd like you to put your degrees on the seats behind you so that your hands are free, and I'd like you to turn around to face your families and your friends. And now I ask you to give them a mighty round of applause. Well, graduates can turn around now. I remind you, pick up your degrees. We don't want anyone leaving it behind. But don't sit down yet, because we're about to go in just a minute. Well, now, by the way, there's some people up here on the stage, the representatives of our academic our academic staff, who have helped you along the way. I'm sure you'd like to thank them as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, shortly I'll lead the official party out through the centre aisle, and I hope that all of us will join us and the graduates for some light refreshments down by the marquee overlooking the lake. The graduates will all join us in the procession, And after they've processed out, I would invite all of you to join the procession down to the marquee. Well, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future. And in the words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Graduates, good luck.